You ready for me to go live?
What it do? We live on all platforms. What it do, Facebook? What it do, YouTube? What it do, Twitch? What it do, TikTok?
TikTok,
We live on the air. What it do? We live everywhere. We done took over the airwaves and the internet. We live on TikTok. What it do, YouTube? What it do, Facebook? What it do, Twitch? What it do, IG? It's your one and only, your highway and byway president, Lady Shay. And we live in the fellowship house tonight with my girl Joy Ryan in the city.
and Niels.
We got girl talk tonight in the fellowship hall, y'all. This how it goes down in the fellowship hall each and every Friday and Sunday night. But Sunday, starting in September, I'm coming with a twist. But tonight we gonna go out with a bang with some girl talk. Hey, we talking about everything tonight, Ronisha.
I'm ready.
You down?
Just let me know when to
Y'all
stop.
know who Joy Ride in the city is. Y'all gonna know tonight what it do. Memphis, stand up.
38127.
You got so much stuff we gotta talk about tonight. You got. I'm wait.
Grab your juices, your water. All of it. What they say?
You need.
Be here for it all.
Hey, we turned up too. We got girl talk. I'm going live on Earth too. Hey, what it do, y'all? Your highway and byway president is back live on your airwaves. What it do, Power99 gospel listeners? We are live in the fellowship hall, and guess what? I'm here with an exclusive. I'm talking about Angel in disguise, okay? I'm talking about Joy Ride in the city. She in the building, y'all. She in the fellowship
What
hall.
up?
Going on tonight, okay? All right, some girl talk. It's gonna be some real. Look, I ain't gonna tell them what might come out tonight.
Hey, I already told you, just tell me.
Real grown women stuff, right?
We're going to help somebody cross
Oh,
tonight.
yeah, we gonna help somebody cross. They coming over. I'm talking about across the bridge that ain't even fixed yet in Memphis. That's how you crossing over tonight. I'm talking about walking over. You ain't even gotta drive over.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about crossing over.
Hey, we're going to have them walking on water tonight.
Oh, come on, miracles in the fellowship hall. Come on, Peter White. What Peter White did? If Peter can do it, you can do it too. Listen. We got some girl talk tonight, y'all. We live on all platforms, on all streams. If y'all follow us personally, make sure y'all share this for us. Also, we live on YouTube. We live on IG. We live on Twitch. Man, we live on Facebook. We live on TikTok. What it do?
We live everywhere.
Man, make sure y'all following Power99 Gospel on all platforms. Of course, your one and only Lady Shay. Y'all can follow me on TikTok. Also, Power99 Gospel on IG. I'm going to let Ronisha tell y'all how y'all can follow her when I let her introduce herself tonight. Because, look, make sure y'all download the app. We live on air, too. We taking over the airwaves on the radio. And we done took over the internet, full effect. All the above tonight is going down this girl talk. So listen, I ain't gonna prolong it because I want the people to know exactly who you are. I know who you are. I know you. But I want the people to get to know you. But let me say this though, I'm so honored that when I did send the invitation, you accepted it. Because I'm like, what more to have girl talk with Ronisha? I'm talking about one of the realest people I know that ain't got no filter really. And then sweet at the same time. I never met a person that was sweet and didn't have no filter at the same time, like in every conversation. So I'm like, what a perfect person to have girl talk with in the fellowship hall on tonight. But I want you to introduce yourself to the people first. Y'all, she real sweet, y'all. She gonna say real, she gonna be real sweet until I'm let her. But tell the people who you are.
I'm going with the introduction. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Joy Ride in the city.
Okay.
Ronisha Joy. And you can follow me on all social media platforms. Joy Ride in the city. On TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm everywhere. You know, I'm on, even on Yelp.
Yeah. Is you on Google?
I'm on Reddit. I'm on the fishing app.
On the fishing app.
Snapchat. Let's Joy Ride.
Hold up. What's the fishing app?
I like to go fishing. So, what? One of the things about marketing and branding yourself, a lot of people fail to realize is put yourself on every platform. Don't sell yourself short being on this. Yeah, I like to go fishing. So when I joyride to go fishing, I post my pictures of my fish, and guess what? You can.
Where do you be fishing at? I always said I want to go fishing, but I'm like.
Well, I want to do like a segment called "Fishing Like a Girl" because a lot of women are afraid to go fishing. You don't feel like dealing with the worms. You don't feel like dealing with the crickets. You don't feel like doing the, getting the hook out of the fish. I'm down for all of that. So we could schedule a date. I'm ready for it.
I can watch you.
But that's the thing. It's called Fishing Like a Girl.
The atmosphere, because I hear fishing.
It's relaxing.
Mm-hmm. It's something that take your mind. It gives you patience.
Mm-hmm.
I heard fishing is a good technique to do. Some stuff in, especially when you're going through something. But I ain't touching no cricket. And I ain't finna touch.
But guess what? You don't have to. They have chicken liver. When I first started off,
chicken liver.
Well, it's not what you think.
Like at Jack Burtles.
Yeah, but basically, you can't tell. It's just like beef stew. So when you put it on there and hook it, for beginners, I will let you guys use that. But me, I want the worms. I want the crickets. I want all the. I want to don't babysit me. Catfish, like the chicken livers or whatever like this. So you probably get some catfish because mostly people like to do catfish or brim.
Don't you how to fish?
Ex. Shout out to my ex.
Oh, shout out to.
Made me better for my necks. You know what I'm saying?
The ex make you better for the neck.
Period.
So. Was it something that you always wanted to do, or was it something you just like, I'm finna do this because my ex just finna teach me, I'm just finna roll?
That was our time to bond. I grew up with brothers and boy cousins. I was like the oldest, so I kind of grew up in that tomboy phase. So with that tomboy phase, I also wanted to make sure I still kept my feminine ways. I told my dad, like, hey, I ain't gonna be gay. Like, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Because you had to make that.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
That's what's up. Was he scared though?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. It's kind of questionable. You come outside looking for your daughter. She on the top of the house with her brothers. Like, that's where I'm at. Catch me.
So you got all brothers?
I don't have all brothers, but they're older. Okay. So the older brothers kind of influenced me to do the things that they were doing because I didn't want to be with my younger sibling. The girls like this boring. My mom, she always dressed me like a girl, dresses and stuff like that. So she just realized, just give it up because I'm on the railroad tracks. Yeah, I'm on the railroad tracks in the dress, falling, getting. And I never forget, I probably was about 7, and I was on the railroad track. Shout out to Corner Village 38127. That's where I'm from, Greenboro. Yeah. So I was on the railroad tracks over there right there by where we stayed in the Corner Village, and I was on the railroad tracks, and I fell. And I injured like my leg area, and she fussed so bad, like, hey, you a little girl, you supposed to have pretty legs. And so from that moment on, that was the only scar I ever had on my legs growing up.
Girl, you ought to see mine. They look a whole fool. Like, if I always told myself, once I hit like a certain status, either famous or celebrity wise, like they gonna have to airbrush my legs, because when I say real pretty, but fail all the time and try to keep up with everybody else, and my legs just, oh my God, like they just scarred up. Like, airbrush me. That's what they gonna have to do when I take photo shoots and stuff. They gonna have to airbrush me because my legs look, cocoa butter couldn't do it for me. Them scars is in there from the iron, trying to lay down and iron, and you burn yourself, and the couch little thing that be sticking out there to scratch your leg, like all this on there. And it ain't went nowhere in all these years. But man, shout out to Mama. I said her mama be turned up. She was turned at our birthday party. Y'all know we had our birthday party together.
Tyrus. Yeah, Tyrus gang.
Yeah, we had our birthday party together, and baby, her mama turned, grandma, family, everybody. We was turned. It was real private, and we had a really, really, really good time.
And that's the first time besides my sister, I've celebrated my birthday with an outside family member or just by myself, and I greatly appreciate it. I know, like, but I want to continue that. You know, we might switch it up every now and then, but that was an amazing journey because at the same time you dealt with like-minded people. You know, like they was on the same, so everybody was like vibing, getting along. You couldn't tell that nobody in that room knew each other just because how everybody was just relaxing and chilling and partying. I feel like I was in a room with people that I knew for years. Right. That really was the first night I met, you know, so it was super cool. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's my cousin. Like, yeah.
What you said, like, the food and everything, I'm talking about.
Oh, shout out to the DJ.
DJ Styles, what it do, Styles? DJ Styles, and he had us turn. Then, you know, Storm tried to come in and try to, like, put Styles back on the board, on the table.
Shout out to DJ Storm. You know, he's a very valuable person in our lives, in both of our lives. So shout out to him because without him, none of this would be possible besides God. You know, so shout out to God first.
He swear he, you know, be on top of stuff like he just the, you know, kingpin or whatever. And I be like, bro, sit down. Okay, let me tell you how this finna go. All right, you know. But anyway, shout out to our CEO, man. Shout out to our CEO. He really trying to put everybody up, put everybody on, level everybody up. You know, he got a good heart though. You know, that's why I fool with him. You know, because his heart's somewhat in the right place. But to introduce people to radio on the platform to give us like this, you know, kudos to him. So I know you got a lot of stuff going on. I want you to give me a rundown of like everything that you got going on. You got so much going on. I don't even know what to start. I can't even keep up with you. I be in the cornbread fed group and I be like, you know what? Let me click out because she just got so much stuff going on. Like you doing so much. I saw the fleet of cars, enjoy riding. I'm like, if anybody come to the city, they need to call Ronish, like take them on a tour. Like you doing so much, but give us a rundown of like everything that's connected to you, like, you know, everything, like what you doing.
All right, so I usually have to give a background of where Joyride in the City comes from, you know. So originally, my birth name is Ronisha. I was given the nickname of Joy. We can talk about that later, but that was the growth. Joy is a new beginning for me. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people sometimes when people try to ruffle my feathers, it's like, hey, y'all got joy right now. You know, if you get to a point where you bring Ronisha out, then, you know, sometimes I yell out, I'm going to let y'all know I'm from 38127, and we don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, with that, with Joyride in the City, I moved away. I'm originally from Memphis, but I moved away back in 2014. No, I moved back here in 2014, so I probably moved away like in 2005. I stayed in Nashville. Yeah, I stayed in Nashville for a few years. Did really well because the people there, you know, that I connected with and everything like that. But then when I had to return home, it wasn't that same environment. People weren't really supportive. Like people saying, oh, I don't like that person, I don't like the person. I'm like, oh, so how are y'all trying to be rich around here? Like I tell people I made over $100,000 a year in Nashville. Wow. I wanted to come back here and do that same thing, but the environment and the people weren't the same. So then the first 48, once I learned about that, it's like, oh, you're going to get killed in Memphis. Okay, let me see about this, okay, because I got life things that I'm trying to do, so I'm not trying to die right now. But it was just an image, negative vibe, you know, like negative stuff sells, you know what I'm saying? So I just still
trying to figure that out.
So I wanted to promote the positive side of Memphis. So I said, hey, why don't I joyride in the city? So I'm using my nickname Joy, but at the same time I'm still joyriding the city. So I'm going out, checking out these different places, trying to show the positive side, trying to get people, not trying, because I am. I've seen so many people work together, like even in the Memphis juking world, people that don't even get along, they say, hey, just because of you and who you are, I'll work with that person. Right. So it's building something that a lot of people didn't expect. Right. So like we're going into the third year. So that was the ultimate goal of it, to build that gap of people not wanting to work together. So that's why I be everywhere, because guess what? I'm joyriding the city, checking out everybody. Then I started doing like the tours. And then I started doing the tours and, you know, stuff like that, because I'm like marketing, branding, and promoting. That's my thing. You don't have to like people say, how you make money? Listen, you guys, I hustle. That's how I make money. However, respect my craft. Make me a donation, because at the end of the day, I have connections. I have people that believe in me, and I have people that trust me. Like, hey, I'm gonna support you because she said support you. You know.
Right.
So I've partnered up with Millionaire Grind. I've partnered up with girl, so many people. I can't even think of the name of her business, but partnerships, building those relationships. You know, doing the Power 99 the mix. Over getting ready to start that up, so we're gonna tap into that a little bit. But it's just one of those things. So it's building the partnerships, building relationships, building bonds and trust and relationships with people. So that's the ultimate goal with Joyride City. So I'm single-handedly changing the narrative of the city of Memphis.
That's what's up. Now she ain't fronting about no partnerships because I done hit her up on a couple of things. And when I say somebody, they say I'm gonna put you in front of the people. She done put me in front of the people, but what I was trying to do, who was connected to what I was trying to do, they fell through, you know. But when she say that she's connected on some real big stuff, you connected on some real big stuff. When I say can make a phone call in the blink of an eye, you came back to me like, okay, yeah, I can get that done. And I mean, like, literally 15 minutes later, you like, okay, well, this so-and-so, this is what he can do to help you do this, and this is that, and this and that. I'm like, okay, yeah, real deal type stuff. So when she say she connected partnerships, all that old type of stuff, man, y'all need to get connected to Joyride in the city. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm trying to get connected in it yet. I ain't got it, because I know when I come to you, I got to have it already mapped out, lined out. And so you can go ahead and do what you do, you do with it. So I'm trying to kick off something in the city that nobody else is doing, and especially something I know you got a heart for the youth and stuff like that. So we got to connect somewhere real soon, man. COVID just, you know, it's so much you just don't want to put your money into right now because you just don't know what the return is as far as putting your money into it, because it's so much that you don't know if you're going to be able to do. If you planning it, you don't know if they're going to shut down. We don't know if, you know, you can't have this many type of people, and if your overheads are more than what you're making, it's really not a good business decision. So a lot of stuff that I want to do, I'm holding off on it because I expect to see the return that God told me that was gonna come. So it's about making smart business moves right now. So how have you handled, you know, the pandemic and with COVID, with everything that you got going on?
Shout out to COVID. I love you. I wish I could marry COVID. Actually, COVID taught me my value. It taught me my worth. During COVID, I was able to stay still. I run around the city so much, and gas prices are not cheap.
Oh no.
I work so hard of promoting everybody's brand and business, but yet a lot of people don't send me a shout out or post a, you know, like, it's one of those things. So it's like, okay, sit down, chill, relax, write, figure out a system, you know, become structured. Because at first I was just running around all over the place. Like, you say, hey, come here, okay, bet. And not only that, people not concerned about my health concerns, my health issues that I don't really discuss, and it's nothing to be afraid of. Like, I got bronchitis, asthma, sickle cell. So it's like one of those things, you don't know. I'm like bouncing around all over the place. Y'all don't know. I'm tired as, you know what I'm saying? I need to rest. I never rest. I was just always on the go. So like I said, shout out to COVID because it gave me time to rest. It gave me a break.
Where you was able to think and just sit down and like build from a place that you don't get to build from on a regular basis because you always on the go. So when you walked through the door, I was thinking in my head, I said, I wonder if she gonna have her best friend with her today.
Girl, shout out to
best friend.
Listen, shout out to the best friend. He's 2 now. I had him yesterday.
Oh wow.
One of the things about him, that's the, you know, they say children are, I'm gonna tell you something I saw. They said no wonder Michael Jackson hung around children. Because one thing about children, they're full of life because they ain't never been through anything, you know. So they always happy, they always energetic, they always on the go. So I had them yesterday, so I kind of like needed a break, you know. And
I'll be like, look at him. I don't even know what he getting himself into.
But you know, he loves it. He knows what he getting himself in too. He loves it. he's a character within himself. He keeps me laughing, keep me going. I may look over on the passenger side and he doing something. If I'm doing something, he look at me like, "What you doing?" Like I switched my wig the other day when we was riding. He just looked at me like, "So what you do that for?" Like he really let you know like I'm not feeling what you got going on. So that's one of the things I realized. Like we really need to be around people that are full of joy, full of life, full of happiness. And I always tell people you have to be happy with yourself. Yeah, you got to be happy with yourself in order to make other people happy. So that's why I said I'm in a point in my life. I'm like, man, I'm hanging out with my best friend, my nephew, my little niece. Shout out to MJ. She stays out in Jackson, so she's kind of like on the weekend. So you don't see me with her as much. But I'm like, man, I'm hanging with the kids because you adults are stressful. You like y'all need too much. I can go get them some ice cream. Yeah.
Some adults are stressed for their problems will weigh you down if you allow them to.
Right.
Grown people, sometimes they don't care who they bleed on. You can even give them a Band-Aid and they'll take the Band-Aid off and then you like, dang, I just gave you a Band-Aid. Like, come on, let's just enjoy this moment we in, and they'll take the Band-Aid out. They'll just want to bleed out just all along. Then when they get a scab, you like, okay, you got a scab now. They'll pick with the scab.
Yep.
Like, dang.
But you know why? It's because they're unhappy.
Wow, that's deep.
So once you realize that this person is unhappy, you have to protect your peace at all costs.
Oh, I see.
So and don't get me started in here. Okay. So listen, let me tell y'all something. Like I'm gonna tell you. Hey, they didn't know I grew up in church. Like it's embedded. Like one of the things we always say, like regardless of how I may run around social media, that's social media. But I grew up in the church. It's in me. God is in me. Not. Let me take that back. The church is not in me. God is in me. Wow. So that's a totally different thing. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, "Oh, you run around like you don't have," guess what? God is within me.
And for you to.
And people judge. God don't judge. People judge. So why should I worry about people? Jesus died for our sins, so I ain't worried about it.
So I was going there.
Okay, I just got a head start.
Yeah, you had made a post, and I really screenshotted it because I wanted to read it word from word.
Okay,
but
okay.
I ain't gonna bother the MD.
No, do it, cause
I had sent it to his phone, cause see my phone.
Hold on, I can bring it up.
My phone.
Shout out to TikTok.
Yeah, shout out to TikTok. So look, this is what she said, y'all. I wanted to read it from word, and I want you to give me your mindset. Like where you
let's get it tossed. Okay.
With this post. Okay, this is what she posted, y'all, just a day ago. She said, God knows I've been through so much that he has truly blessed me more than I could ever think. I used to live my life according to what people said was the right way. What people said was the right way to live. But now the last few years have been so amazing because I'm living in my truth and happiness because God created me in his image. Church folks may not welcome me, but God loves and welcomes me. We've been told we are going to hell because of the things that are written in the Bible. But do the Bible really say we going to hell? Or that's what the church folks pick out the scripture to attempt to shame people? Do you know a lot of people have committed suicide because of what church folks told them or made them feel like God hated them? God is a loving God, and he forgives people. So take control of your life and live your life. Everyone want to approve of your happiness and love, but God will. Jesus died for our sins because he knew we would sin. Love yourself first because nobody else will. Love you more than you do. God first, yourself second, others last. Joy riding in the city with a whole bunch of hearts, no matter what color heart you like. All the hearts with the gang sign, gang. So I screenshotted it because I wanted to get where your mind was. Mm-hmm. And the feelings, like, where did it come from? Like, have you experienced any type of church hurt, or like how do you cope with? Do you be wanting to go to church? Like, have you? When the last time you been? We having church right now. I'm listening. Come on, God, you're gonna make me. What an MD at? I should have told him to bring his keyboard so you can turn us up. But yeah, Explain to me where they, cause I want the people to know. I want the people to know that.
I can really be honest.
I want
That's why you had me here, right?
Fellowship hall.
All right.
The fellowship hall is where you can come be yourself and still get what you need from God. Our mission at Power 99 Gospel is to go out into the highways and the byways, compelling all walks of life to come to Christ with the real heart of God. Like when people tune in to us, they need to be experiencing the real heart of God. Let's go.
All right. So shout out to my granddaddy.
Shout out to granddaddy.
He passed away a few years ago. So he was a bishop. We've always, like I said, we've always been in the church. All his grandkids, right? And I always tell people now, like even my grandparents or my parents, they may say, "Oh Lord, here she go." I tell them, I was like, "Y'all, I'm thugging," you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I always tell people, think about your life. We've always been judged by people, by man. You know, the Bible was written by man. We have a Old Testament. We have a New Testament. I've personally read the Bible myself front and back twice. So when a person have learned what the real meaning is of the Bible, you dig deep and you listen to what man is preaching in the pulpit. You get what I'm saying? And you understand, okay, I can respect that scripture that you picked out, and I can understand you teaching me a lesson. I'm not telling people, hey, don't go to church. But what I'm saying is, learn for yourself. When you digest it yourself, it makes you a whole different human being. It makes you realize that man is judging you, not God. So what man tell you, oh, you're going to go to hell for, God said, I sent my son to die for your sins. You're not going to go to hell for it. We're going to work on you. So that's like one of the things of, hey, it's a lot of people that experience church hurt. My ex-husband almost killed me. My pastor came to the house to tell me, oh, well, you know, I don't really think he meant to. But the court system said, we're going to send him to jail, you know? Oh. So one of the things is, it's a reality check to say, hey, people are still people, but God is still God. So you don't have to worry about people.
That needs to be on a t-shirt. Wait a minute. People are still people, but God is still God.
Yeah.
We need to put it on t-shirt. Put your right and fit hashtag. That needs to be on a t-shirt.
But that's the truth. And so I've been through so much. I've dealt with so much. I've accepted so much that I just sit around and say, okay, God, what is it that you want me to do? I don't believe in man, but I believe in God. I might not talk about God all day. I might not talk about God all night, but I do know who God is, and God do know who I am. We are created in his image. So whatever you see me doing out here on the social media world, out here in these streets, is what God created me to do. So I'm not going to worry about what, I'm not going to worry about what you, man, may feel or say about me. I do a lot of things. However, those things, now we're going to get into traditional, like we're going to go into gays and lesbians. Hey, you going to go to hell. Says who? Says man. You know what I'm saying? But God created us to love each other. Love one another. You know? So it's like one of them snares.
All walks of life.
Right. So they get us the misinformation, but I've heard and seen and read how a lot of people are condemned because of the lifestyle they live. But how are
and they
we
use the word so loosely, like they just so bold to condemn the people because of the choices that they have decided to make based on the lifestyle that they live. Like all walks of life.
Right. So who the people that have committed suicide, why are they committing suicide? Was it because something that God said, or was something because man said? It's something that man said. But that's not what God said, because God loves everyone. He loves his children. So that's where we got to get into the tradition of showing people that we love them. And people have to learn to have their own relationship with God and stop worrying about their relationship with man, the person they oversee. That, you know. So like I said, I've been through a lot. Like I could have been killed plenty of times because I was worried about staying in relationships that people really were trying to take my life out. Like a lot of people like this I had to learn how to walk again because I've sustained injuries and stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, man, I'm happy, because at that last injury that I sustained when I had to learn how to walk and stuff, it was like a wake up call. Ronnie should stop being so violent. Ronnie should stop letting people get to you. Ronnie should stop before you take someone out. Like, I'm kicking in doors, breaking their house. People just don't know. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? And so, shout out to Sister Donna. We were in we had the women ministry. You know, we were sitting in the group and we were talking, and you know, one of the things that people that knew what I was dealing with and the stuff I was doing to people, she was just like, when I was just talking, like then, like, hey y'all, I don't want to do this no more. I want to do this. I want to be this person. And I said, I'm really finally ready to stop. And so she was like, God just put in my spirit to call you Joy, because we can sense and feel like you really want to stop doing this stuff.
You joy, baby.
Yeah.
Nobody take it away.
Hold on. I got the name Joy, but 2 weeks later, I was clowning. And then it was like, okay, you know, it was a learning process, but it was the start. But I feel like after that injury, it really made me slow down. And then a year later, this is relationships, you know. A year later, I decided I got upset again because somebody tested me, and I want to show them, you got me messed up. I went over to their house to show them that they had me messed up when I could have did something else. But I'm like, no, you got me messed up. And I went over to their house. And in the process of me trying to run away, I slipped and fell. And when I slipped and fell, I fractured my foot and broke my pinky toe in 2 places. And I had to figure out how I was going to drive, get away from their house, and get to the hospital because I knew something was wrong. And when I got to the hospital, I got to the med. The people, shout out to people at the med, like they know me.
They don't care if you got no money, no insurance. They don't care what you smell like.
They don't care. That's a loving place.
Baby, the mail gonna help you, and then they gonna bill you.
Yes. So, but when I got there, my doctor, they were like, if you want to see us, just come see us on a different occasion. And they told me at that point that if I injured my foot anymore, that I probably wouldn't be able to walk again. And that was my, like, okay.
That was your wake up call.
I was like, okay, no.
God send us a wake up call. Like, send us a wake up call so good. We be like, look, all right, I'm done. I ain't gonna do this no more. Let me try a different different way or something.
Yeah, because it was like I was pleading, like, okay, the first time, like, okay. The second time, I'm finna sit you down for a month, stay in the hospital for a month, went through rehab, everything like this, about 3 months, and I'm like, okay, no, they got me. So that's why now, when people do things to me, I just feel like, it don't even bother me no more.
I'm surprised you're not in jail.
I have been. I hit somebody. I'm being honest. You say you surprised I did hit somebody. Don't test my gangster. I hit them. But I ended up getting off because they was like, well, they kind of walked in front of my car. It's like one of those, what you finna do? If you gon', you know I'm mad at you. Like you know I'm mad at you, so get out my way. So you didn't want to move out my way. You thought I wasn't gonna hit you. I'm finna hit you because I'm trying to get away. So I got off on them charges. I got a clean background.
To the God lawyer in the courtroom. Lawyer Jesus. Got off, okay.
And it was so crazy that when I hit him, it was a police officer, like, right there. And he was like, poor, he cursed at me because I think everybody was shocked. And I'm downtown Nashville. Yeah, downtown Nashville. Like, the police officer was right there. And when I hit the man, he was like, pour your, over. And I'm like, man, I'm going to keep going. Then I said, nah.
That was good. Spikes out on you while you trying to get away. Probably headed to Memphis.
Yeah, I was on it. I had my homegirl in the car with me, so she ended up driving my car. I was trying to get on the megabus and get back to Memphis. Yeah, I didn't make it that night, but so I thank God for change. Like, for real, because that's one of the things. If I never would have done those things, and so shout out to the person that I did the stuff to, because like sometimes I might see them and they be like, we're not cool, and I'm like, I'm a changed person, you know what I'm saying? I'm a changed person. Shout out to GP, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really be trying to make amends to be like, I'm not that person no more, but I don't want to deal with that. However, I just thank God for truth. We hide behind masks, like we behind face masks. But one of the things, like, I had to do an interview back with Aisha a few years ago because somebody was blackmailing me about things that I do in my personal life. I don't care. So don't come for me. I'm an 8 mile myself.
Out there before, and you was like, I'm so free.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
I don't care.
Put it out there. What I put it out there for?
Yeah.
Like,
you know, that's what Eminem did on 8 Mile. I was looking for the beat to rap on it, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't find an instrumental, but I just can't.
Bars. Oh my God. You be doing, see, we didn't even get into the bar dropping you. Y'all got a song out. Oh my God.
I don't know what song to talk about, but we're not going to talk about it because we're on gospel. But in the name of Jesus,
we're gonna keep that on Power 99.
We're gonna keep that on Power 99. But you know, the thing about it is, I always tell people, one of the things I learned, they always said, if you want to have something from a black person, put it in the book. I went to school to learn how to be a dental assistant. I opened up a daycare. I opened up a barber and a beauty shop. I just feel like it's never-ending possibilities. Learn everything we can. I had a cleaning service, and I'm just like, keep on learning. What you stopping for?
I ain't not telling which one you got to.
Yeah, so when COVID happened, that cleaning service took off. I was in West Memphis, Mississippi, Millington, Memphis. Like, I made more money. That's why I said shout out to COVID. Like, joyriding the city probably was at a standstill, but it helped me. You know, I revamped. So when
that's under your belt too.
Yeah, and that's why I said it. When I came back outside, I'm like, y'all gotta pay me.
If they stop making cleaning products, guess what? You probably know how to make your own.
I will research it and be in a chemistry lab somewhere. Like, but that's the thing. We are never too young or old to stop learning because, like I said, I feel like COVID should have taught a lot of people a lesson. Don't limit yourself. It's endless possibilities out here in the world.
Wow. So I know you said that somebody got hit by a car and ex-husband and all this. So are you single? Are you dating? I mean, you got some entanglements? You got a boo thing? A side piece?
Plead the fifth. Alright, so since you were, I'd be like, y'all just don't be know. I'm somebody's side chick, and I love it here, okay? But listen, you asked for it. But, okay, so.
She's trying to figure out how she finna word. She's trying to figure out how she finna word. I want to know. Is Joyride in the city dating?
I am dating. I'm dating.
You dating?
Yeah.
Is that more than one? What dating?
Nah, one.
Just one?
Yeah, I'm a little side chick.
You his side chick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How this working out for you?
It's working out amazingly well. I don't have to like kick in no doors.
You gotta kick
I don't have to pull up. Yeah, like for what?
Okay.
Yeah, because one of the things about it, I just feel like I've been a wife. I've been the main chick. I've been the side chick. I've been like, you know, we've all been something in life.
You just come to where you at right now, and it's working for you.
And guess what? One of the things about it, okay, so let's check this out. So, you know, we always talk about like the side chick stuff, like, oh, that's so simple, right? Right? Okay, bet. So
let's go.
We also, like, even when I was married, you in this marriage that you're unhappy in, right? But you just got this marvelous lifestyle, but you're unhappy. Which one would I rather choose? This lifestyle that I'm perfectly happy in, or this lifestyle that people want me to be in? I'm free. I'm be where I want to be. I'm be single. And it's not one of those things of I intentionally do things. Things happen. You never know how the way of the world revolve. And
I'm so digging your honesty right now.
I mean, but who can whoop me? That's my thing. When you lie to a person, that I be like, that's why I don't like lying. Because when you lie, you got to think of another lie. And then on top of lie, you gotta remember, because I gotta take notes and remember what I lied about. And I'm not going to remember. And I'm not going to be too good at it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I say, my family that I'm truly close to, they're going to already know. But I feel like we've all done something in life that the world make us feel like we shouldn't be proud of.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm happy and parading around, but if you want to date me, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on my mood. Like, I might date you.
Somebody can come along and like snatch you up, right?
Yeah, period.
Okay.
But guess what? Oh, so we're gonna talk about it. this dating show. We're gonna talk about that.
Oh yeah, look, let's go right on in there because what y'all don't know yet is, you know, we was gonna expose that tonight in the fellowship house. She's coming out with her new show, radio show on Power 99 The Mix. Shout out to Power 99 The Mix. That's our parent. That's our big brother, big sister, whatever y'all want to call it. Power 99 The Mix birth. Power 99 Gospel. So it's no Power 99 Gospel without Power 99 The Mix. Y'all can get that app too. You can download it, go listen live on their web browser. They got some dope radio personalities. But she's coming with, I'm gonna let you tell the people. I don't let you tell.
Alright, so check this out. If y'all single, ready to mingle, hit me up on.
She said single, ready to mingle.
Now, if you married and you just looking for a side chick, just know that it's gonna be exposed. So if you don't want your face exposed all over the world, if you want to come in with some ski masks and stuff, we are not gonna accept it on the air, okay? Because people know where we're located. But no, in all reality, so the Power 99 dating in the mix, all right?
Dating in the mix.
So we out here dating in the mix. One of the things like the dating apps and everything,
Tinder.
like them just some hooks.
She likes that she met her husband on, I think it was blackpeople.com.
She probably paid for the membership service. Cause when you get that free membership service, they don't be doing nothing but trying to hook up. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know.
I know you don't know. Shout out to the husband.
Shout out to the husband.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we got down about 3.5 years ago. You know.
But hey, let's talk about that before we go into. Let me tell y'all about cheating though. Let me say, it's one of the things. I worked with a guy for a few years, right? And he was married, and he worked in the office with plenty of women. But that man never cheated on his wife. I don't care how many. So I don't want people to feel like all men cheat or all men dogs. Man, his wife's out here cheating. His girlfriend's out here cheating. Everybody cheats, but let's not misconstrue the concept of it. You know what I'm saying? But
it's some realness. It's some real faithful people.
Yeah, it's some real loyal people.
I know one faithful man for sure. I know one.
I know a few, but I just say.
I know two for sure. Mine. Okay.
But yeah, it's just
my pastor. My pastor. And mine, you know.
We just gonna put that out there.
They at the top of the list. Okay.
But yeah, there are some faithful people, and I've realized also that women cheat.
Oh yeah.
And I was told that.
Hold on, let me change that pronoun. They. Let me use they. Okay. They are skillers out here in these streets. But they good at what they do, you know.
No, it's scary. I had faith in. Look, I had faith in a 3-year-old. I'm like, girl, what? You know.
I did too. I'm like, you doing that?
Yeah.
And I would have known that you were, you know, some people, and they be with their husbands for like years and years.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, women are good at what they do. You know, like I said, thank God for change. You know, cause the women know how to delete real fast. You know, they know how to strategically pick who's the good suspect.
Yes.
You know, they don't pick. They pick right. They choose right now.
I think, you know, like they say, men use with
women code. You
gonna get banned. I ain't saying nothing. Shout out to my sisters. When y'all say truth, I just get quiet. Like, it's certain subjects I'm not gonna talk on because I don't know.
Rewind. Let me go back.
Right. It's too late. We lied.
Oh, shoot.
It's out there. They want joyride. They want joyride in the city. Now they're a little bit off balance. You know what I'm saying? That's how they always get caught quicker than the women. So.
Always get caught like.
And you know, women, they private investigators and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah. I honestly feel like we didn't need a degree. Like, police department should just hire us. You know what I'm saying? And we got right.
Where it happened at. What time. Who it was with, and if you had an accomplice who helped you, you know, we gonna find out.
Yeah.
It's something that
So again, but guess what? I'm gonna tell you something about it. It's nothing good like a great friendship when a person that you can just be open and honest and transparent with. So that's why I feel like a person dealing with me, I'm so open and transparent and honest that guess what? You gotta figure your life out because don't ask me no questions. You know what I'm saying?
Don't ask me.
I'm gonna tell you
about what I got going
on. And I might volunteer and tell you. I might volunteer and tell you because that's just how I feel. Like we're not gonna play those games. You know what I'm saying? So that way it's less headaches. So I'm saying all this to say that if you decide to come on this dating site,
dating on Power99, that's gonna be good.
Yeah. So if you decide,
messy, but I'm gonna get some controversy what not to do. Oh, you know.
That's what I said. I'm just kind of giving y'all the info to let you guys know that if you decide that you want to kind of be a part of that, be mindful.
So you gonna have people to come in and tell their stories and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking of the layout. You remember, Love Connection. Okay. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna have like the contestant blindfolded with 3 people inside, or bring a person in and they can talk. You know, like different people at a time. So we can just try this out and see how, because dating apps nowadays they're not personal. So I feel like if you can kind of actually see a person's face, and I can be on the radio and I can tell y'all probably want to run away, because on here it says they have brown hair, blue eyes, and work here. No, they don't even have a job. Like, I want to be that person.
So you sound like almost the opposite of catfish. I want you to see before and not after.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know, like, hey, this person really is who they say they are in front of me, and we're gonna make sure that they are being transparent and honest.
I can just see people sending you emails like, okay, girl, I've been talking to this dude. I ain't been here, but we want to meet him on your show. So
yeah,
his information.
Yeah,
I can see people emailing you.
Yeah,
that's gonna be good.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'm just trying to not force it. So it's gonna be when we do start doing it, it's gonna be Saturdays between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
That's right in the day mix hours.
Yep. So we gonna be out here trying to get it done, cause I you know, like I said, we need to offer variety and things of different. Cause I'm tired of going on these little apps, and I'm like, boy, you text me 15 times a day. I know you stay with a girl. Just say that. If you stay with somebody, just say that.
So what's a good app for the people right now if they really, really just like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna try one of these apps to find me somebody, or allow somebody to find me.
An app that you gotta pay for.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have to spend. Well, the thing about it is, because just how history has repeated itself, the people that are typically on there, you know, just for the free subscriptions, they ain't really just serious. Just look, this the pattern for me. You only getting text messages all the time, or can I come over type messages, or, you know, it's nothing where you're actually interacting with a person. So I'm not got time for this. So come up here, let me see your face so I can tell everybody what you really look like. That's all I want to do. I just want to.
It's about to go down on Power99.
I mean, why not? Why not? Maybe we're gonna make some love connections. They want me to go on there first. I'm like, oh, first of all, I want everybody to come out there, cause I don't know what to expect. That's kind of scary.
What you mean?
I don't know. Let's just take a moment of silence for that, cause I don't know. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, some people, and I guess men go through that. I've learned, like, when you have a name and a reputation for yourself, people tend to only want to be with you because of that. I tell people all the time, I don't got nothing. I work hard for it.
So they just want to be like, yeah, man, I fool with your riding.
Right.
This my girl. Just because of who you are and what you do and yo.
Yeah, like I'm a millionaire or something.
They really ain't about nothing.
Right.
You like, I ain't got nothing.
Right. Like, yeah.
But I be like that with the MD though. I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Come get in. Come. Did y'all see my
TikTok? Yeah. But the thing about it, y'all together build it. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference when you're not with a person if you already built, or you're already building to a certain level, and then someone comes in like, hey, I helped you. You didn't help me do nothing because
me did nothing. But now we definitely build it together. We got something in the woodworks. We gonna counter what you got going on. But we coming in September with some dope stuff as far as couples and stuff like that. We working on some stuff. We just gotta really get the vision, set back out with each other, and see where we gonna take it and what we gonna do with it. But yeah, we got some stuff up our sleeve.
And I like seeing y'all together, like the TikTok and stuff. They kind of be dope.
Everybody do.
You know,
he told me yesterday, baby, I be turning your TikTok up. And I was like, okay, because I posted the video before, and And that video did number like 200 views. I post a video with him. It's 1,200 views. I'm like, what's up, TikTok? So, but I'm trying to get him on TikTok too, because he has a gift that I want the world to see. Like him just being on the keyboard alone, in the music that he creates, is needed. Like I can listen to him literally play all day, or try to catch him.
Yeah.
When he plays, and it's people that be looking for that because that's what music does for them. And so I be trying to tell him all the time, just get on TikTok and just play your keyboard.
That's a way. Yeah.
A song. So, his job though just takes up most of all his time. So he's 90% at work, and then that little 10% he have left, you give me 5, the kids 5, and that still leaves 0. So he be overloading sometimes, but we gonna pray him off that job though.
That's how you gotta do.
His gift gonna make room for him.
Sometimes we have to make a sacrifice, right? So let me tell you about myself. A lot of people they always laugh because I ride around in this little white van, right? It's like a little delivery van. And people don't realize like how many vehicles I probably have, how many places I have to stay. And it's because I'm humble. I'm not trying to show off. I have no need to. One of the things we tend to do is want to show off to people, and then sometimes that's how we get robbed. So we just have to, so that's why I said, like, I heard a story of somebody was telling, like, oh, yeah, she ride around in a little white van, or a little van, and somebody was like, oh, she that broke? I said, yeah, let them know that I'm that broke, because I don't want nobody looking for me, okay? And it's okay, because I tell people before the age of 23, I had already made over $100,000 a year, so.
But why do you still look 23?
Oh, and they said black don't crack. I also let a lot of things that should have stressed me out not stress me out.
Y'all catch that nugget? Let some stuff go that used to stress her out. That means it ain't stressing her out no more. Right.
Because you can't. They say stress kill people, and then another thing is your health. When you're stressed, your health becomes affected by it. So we have to.
Stress is definitely.
Depression, all that stuff is like things that take people lives daily. I had done no research on how many people have been admitted to the hospital for depression. How many, but that stuff is real.
And then you pick up something that is so easy to use to cope with, drugs or whatever you choose to pick up to help you get through those moments, those stress moments, and then some stuff becomes addictive. I think I asked the MD in his interview last week, and I was like, "Are you addicted to music? Like, fine, you get addicted to something that's positive, or something like that really provokes change in your life. Because see, music will change the mood that you're in, and so that's one of the things that I asked him last week, and he was like, yeah, I'm addicted to music. I'm like, you gonna overdose? Yeah. You going to rehab? No. But when you find something that's positive and you can talk to it and speak about it like that, it holds weight in your life. You can find yourself going down the right path instead of doing something, in the wrong path. And then you want, like I said earlier, bleed on other people, because when you stress and you miserable, you want that type of stuff around you. And I ain't fooling with nobody. They say misery love company, and I ain't giving you my company if you miserable. So I don't know what to tell them, but I mean, we just having a little girl talk, y'all. We got Dating in the Mix coming on Power99 the Mix. I'm live in full effect on your internet with your girl Ronisa Joy, ride in the city. So you got any shout outs?
And we already got to start off because I'm here in the building with you. Shout out to Lady Shay.
Say your highway and byway president, what it do?
Power99 to Mix the Gospel. Also Power99 the Mix. Yeah. And it's MIXX. Shout out to DJ Storm. Shout out to my girlfriend. Aisha Taylor, the owner of Purpose Driven Tees. The dopest t-shirt brand in the whole entire world.
I gotta bring Aisha back. She's gonna have to come turn up my Airways on this new on this side. See, she came on when I was on the mix side. She came and turned up, but Aisha, you put me in the camera. Aisha, she gotta come turn up on Power 99 Gospel. Shout out to friend. Yeah, and all y'all wigs. I love seeing y'all.
Hey, listen,
what y'all gonna have doing?
Listen, I just came from outing, so I kind of came a little bit presentable for you because I be with all the shenanigans depending on my mood. I never force anything.
Got one in the trunk.
I do.
Oh my Lord.
I do. I never leave home without one. Like I said, I never leave home without one. But like I said, I just want to kind of present myself because I know we was gonna kind of be nice to people. And shout out to my P, Tamika over at Butterfield Bakery Cafe.
Shout out to Tammy T. My Tammy T is the reason why Lady Shay sitting here today. Like I'm forever in her dick. Like for real. If it's anything I can do, I better not become a millionaire. Because Tammy T ain't gonna be nothing she ain't gonna be able to ask me for. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tammy T. She might be a millionaire before me though, because she grinding.
Hey, what she say? She baking.
Coming up in September.
Yeah.
Y'all get Tammy T to 10K. Order some cookies.
Yeah. And shout out to Millionaire Grime. Ernest Field. Hey, Mark and Brent. That's what's up. So I'm an affiliate. Yeah, he is. He did my logo. He sent my wig and stuff like that. So shout out to Jared out there. Also, if y'all want to book anything, y'all hit me up because I'm an affiliate with them. So you can book some stuff through me. Man, there's so many people. Only thing I can tell y'all really to see anybody that I fool with, deal with, cool with, approve with, follow me. Joyride in the City, okay? So it's JOY space RIDE space IN space THE space CITY. Because sometimes you got to help the saints that don't know how to spell.
You got to put the space.
You got to put the space. They can be like, I don't see it. No, okay, it's all right. But first and foremost, I appreciate this opportunity with you. It ain't nothing new, my tired sister, you know what I'm saying? But y'all don't know, listen, like she talking about me with bars, man. I heard you got bars. I be listening to you, dog.
Yeah, I got some bars. Look, I got some stuff in the
in the chamber. Okay. Mine in the chamber. Yours on the stove.
It's on the stove.
We need to collaborate. I think we need to do one together. Yeah, I think we need to do one together.
I might have to go and send you one this week.
I keep it PG.
You know what? You know what? I'm so glad. Look at the Holy Ghost in here tonight. Come on, Holy Ghost. I got a song.
Okay.
It's called Joy. It's about joy.
I'm with it.
I need you to hop on it.
I'm with it.
I'm gonna sing. I gotta find. I got some beats. I'm still trying to figure out which one I'm gonna use.
All right.
For that one. But what more to put Joy Riding in the City on that song? It's called, I think it's called I Still Got Joy.
Okay.
You know how the old people like, I
still got joy.
Okay, but we're going to put a spin to this.
You know I'm with it.
Let's do it. You for real?
For real. Listen, a lot of, I tell people, one of the smartest things that we can do is market it ourselves, brand ourselves. I be playing around so much, but I tell people, listen, it's just for fun. You know what I'm saying? But that still get my name out there, and that's what we have to do. Either way to get
hashtag that on a lot of stuff now because I'm finding out marketing and branding.
Yeah,
those hashtags, man, they will actually push you and put you in places of views that you never thought that you would be. So shout out to the hashtags. Shout out to the people that's creating all this stuff in the social media world behind the scenes and all that type of stuff. But shout out to the hashtags. I just want to get the message out. I just want to get the message out. Even if, you might not never go viral. You might not never get to 1 million views. But if you got one view, somebody saw the message.
We need to get out of that, though. So let me tell you about this. I had a video. I think it had 25 views. But out of that 25 views, I had one person that saw my brand and reached out to me to partner up with me to offer me an opportunity if you wanted to get on a private jet seating 3 people or a private airplane sitting up to 137 people. So the moral of the story is don't worry about those views because like you said, I'll take one view. One person.
I'll take it. I'm with you.
And it put me somewhere that I never seen me. So yeah. So you want to get a private jet? Guess what? Hit me up. They get you. Yeah.
Birthday, Valentine, honeymoon, private jet. Just
take a trip.
She really saying
It is, you know.
So yeah, you know what? I wanna put that out there too. I saw that, but I really didn't get everything that was connected to that. But I saw that. That's something that we don't have, you know, especially here in the city, that we're able to do stuff like that unless you really, you know, really know somebody or connected. You know, that's something that couples or, you know, people can actually do. So man, I love everything that you got going. Man, so it's one last thing that I need you to do before we get off these airways. You cannot come to the fellowship hall without giving the people real spit to keep your hallelujah lit. So everybody that come through, now last a couple of times, folks was on here spitting bars. You ain't gotta spit your bars or nothing like that. But I want you to at least leave the people with something that they can take with them, and they be like, you know what, Joy said that in the fellowship hall, and it might. You know how you said God is in you. It's some stuff that sometimes we might say that people might hold within them. And so that type of stuff is what I call on my platform, real spit, to keep your hallelujah lit. So I want you just to encourage the people, motivate the people, give them something that they can take from this girl talk that, you know what I'm saying, that might very well push them to the next level, like you never know. But I want you to do that. We got the shout outs out, and then I'm going to drop, you know what I'm saying, something, and then, you know what, we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of the fellowship hall until we meet again. But she told y'all where to find her. So make sure y'all get connected. But give the people the real spit to keep your hallelujah lit in fellowship hall tonight.
Oh, I feel like I have, but I'm just kind of just go ahead and let that. The one last thing, what we always been used to hearing is we have to stop holding people accountable for the things that we're doing with our lives. We have to take up accountability for our actions and our reactions. We can't sit up and say, hey, I would have been here if I wasn't messing with this person. You never wanted to be there. Whatever you want, go for it. Endless possibilities. You know, we may take a loss financially. We might lose some friendships, but your passion, your vision, your happiness, your joy is more important. We only get one life, and we only got one time to make it right, you know?
Man,
you know, I always tell people we sleep when we dead. So right now, in the moment, be happy.
Be happy. Hakuna Matata.
Not the Kuna Matata. You know, like for real, like we always hear it's hell on earth, right? I don't want to be in hell on earth. It might be hell going around me, but I got joy. Right. Dig deep within yourself and find yourself. Once you dig deep inside yourself and find yourself, that's why can't nobody mess with me. I can't cuss on her, but that's why can't nobody mess with me. Because y'all can't dig deep. I'm already in a place that you can't bring me out of. Man, you can come slap me in my face right now. I'm going to smack you back, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to be me. Because you can't take nothing from me. You can't take nothing from me because I built this myself. God created me to do what I'm doing. So you can't take nothing that God has given to me and blessed me with. I've lost a lot of people. Real talk. My big brother died in January 16th of this year. That's 10 years away from where my sister passed. I changed my phone number. I told my family that when they buried him, they buried me because it cost me my peace. It cost me my happiness. I'm straight. So sometimes we have to make the hardest decision in our life to give up on things and people that we may love to death to pursue where we need to go. So take that chance. Girl, you just don't know what I went through. But we out of time right now. Make sure y'all follow Make sure y'all follow your girl Joy Ride in the city.
Where is the Ghostwriter? Where is the movie? Like, for real.
Yep. So that was like one of the hardest decisions. I'm talking about, like, I hadn't talked to my grandma. I hadn't talked to my grandma. For real. Sometimes we just gotta make some of the decisions that will keep us sane.
That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up, y'all. Y'all, it has been great tonight in the fellowship hall. This has been so exclusive. Some girl talk tonight on Power 99 Gospel with your highway and byway president, your one and only, yours truly, Lady Shay.
Lady
Listen, you can find me
Shay.
on TikTok, Lady Shay. Turn my TikTok up. Follow me on TikTok, y'all. Actually, you can follow me on IG too, DA underscore fellowship hall. Facebook, DA underscore fellowship hall. And of course, all my people that know me personally, y'all know how to find me on Facebook on my personal page. But make sure y'all get attached to Power 99 Gospel in some way, form, shape, or fashion.
Period.
IG, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Go subscribe, okay? I got some real heat coming next month. I got some dope personalities that's coming back to your airways, y'all. We got the musicians pig. He coming. He's getting in the mindset of all the musicians. I got Nova Speaks, Nova Star, the Usher. She's coming back with some real Nova Speaks talk, y'all. She's hitting the airways. Shout out to Celera. She coming with Chap, Change, Hope, and Purpose. Man, she's coming to the airways. Shout out to Nick Nation.
Yeah.
With Cafe Nick Nation. He'll be on your airways on Saturdays. So I got some dope personalities coming. Also, it's some more people I'm working on coming. Ain't no telling who y'all might see in this next phase of Power 99 Gospel. But make sure y'all get connected. And remember, it is our mission at Power 99 Gospel to go out into the highways and the byways, compelling all walks of life to come to Christ with a real heart of God. We keep God first, but guess what? We save the soul second. Okay, I'm tired of preaching. Oh, I said preaching. I'm tired of preaching to church folk. I'm trying to go get some folks that don't know God and don't know God for themselves. I want to invite them into a relationship, and that's what we're doing, being authentic and real and giving you the real experience of God, the real heart of Him, to know how He loves and how He judges. He's a super judge.